Well, good evening. Andy Singer, Bearded Humor here. I am going live because why not? It's 2020. So just kind of sitting here, me and the dog. We're just hanging out. And we're here just to talk about whatever's going on in the world. It's 2020. We're all stuck in a pandemic. The Earth is off of its axis. And I'm just trying to figure out what to do. What's my part? I've been inspired by what Dave Chappelle has been doing with his summer camp. Way back in the springtime, he started getting the world laughing, keeping people energized, keeping that going. It's a wonderful thing now that I'm seeing now too. I'm seeing all these little pop-ups in the park, the open mics, rooftops and drive-ins and stuff like that. And again, I can't get out because of my situation, because of my son has no immune system. So long before this pandemic even ever started, we were kind of in hibernation already because my son has no immune system. So even before any talk of coronavirus even ever came out, we were already locked down. So I have pretty much been locked down all of 2020. I think I've been to the dentist 4 times to have my braces adjusted. I've been to the pharmacy twice for my son, but otherwise everything else is pretty much delivered in. We just can't take that chance with him not having an immune system, not being able to get out. I was even invited by Donnell to be at Dave's summer camp and can't be there. So it's a tough thing. And again, I'm sitting here, I'm inspired by all that. I'm seeing so many people have turned this time into a positive. I'm seeing podcasts come out. I'm seeing people do things, and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do? What can I contribute? I'm always honored by all the love that I always receive from all the people who follow and know my story. I'm honored to be able to make people laugh with Donnell and on my page. That's the greatest thing to me. I miss open mics. I miss the stage. I miss interacting with humans. I have my family here. It's wonderful. Um, 3 generations of Latino women. With a Jewish guy here, and my son's a deaf mute, so there's no male interaction. So I need to talk to people. I miss interacting. I miss seeing the crowd. I miss seeing people. So I figured let's just jump on here because we're all going through something. So let's all just talk. I'm going to start reading some comments here. I may have to squint a little because yes, I am 51. Let me scroll back here and get some of the. Thank you for everybody that's here. It's like I said, if anybody wants to chat, if anybody wants to go in, I'm not sure. I've never done an IG Live before, so again, I'm learning as I'm doing this. If anybody wants to chat, hit me up, and I guess I'll get a message that they want to join in to chat, and we can talk about anything. If not, I'll ramble. I can do that. Like I said, it's a bit of stir crazy ness here. So all right, hashtag, let's go. I think I clicked them. Again, I'm still learning this thing, so I guess it didn't join. Hashtag, if I tried to join you, I don't know what happened there. If anybody else wants to try, if you want to try again, we'll figure this out on a Monday night. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I have no idea. Hit it again, hashtag. Let's figure this out. So what I'm thinking is, like I said, I'm inspired by seeing so many people do so much stuff to keep the laughter going. I think it's the most important thing right now. I I, I don't know what my outlet's going to be. I don't know even if I will have an outlet. But again, I think it's just important just to have a conversation. I think we should all just try and just talk and figure it out. We have to speak on what's going on in the world right now, good, bad, or indifferent. We need to have a conversation and we need to figure it out. And there's hashtag.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Man, I've been following you for a couple of years now, and I wanted to take the opportunity to say you are an inspiration as a dad. Um, I've got two kids of my own. I got one on the swing right here,
I love
and we can't go to the park, so I had to make a park setup for my kids at home.
that. That's what this is all about. It's all about dancing in the rain. No matter what's going on, no matter how bad the storm, figure out how to do it. I absolutely love seeing that swing in the house. That's wonderful. It's all just about
Yeah,
laughing.
it is, and that's why I love like seeing what you and your son do. You guys are always doing your best to like figure out how to make the best of everything, and like I can only imagine how challenging raising your son is. But like, you never skip a beat. I'm sure there's good days and bad days, but it's just really cool to see your smile through it all, and it's very inspiring. I've got two kids, and I'm blessed that they're very healthy and happy. And even then, there's days I just want to pull my hair out. But seeing your posts and stuff, man, they bring a smile to my face, and they give me that juice that I need. It's just super cool to see another rad dad out in the world.
I truly appreciate that. And the thing I tell a lot of people, you may not even realize this. The reason, what energizes my wife and I, what energizes my wife and I and my daughter too, to get us through this is the energy that we get back from people like you.
Yeah,
The love,
totally.
good energy. It means more to us. We don't get to go on vacations. We don't get to go out much. We don't get to recharge our batteries. So the way that we do that is through you. It's through just hearing that, no matter what we're going through, good, bad, if it makes somebody's day just that much better, how much more can I ask for? That if I'm having a tough day, it's making somebody else's day better. It's a wonderful thing.
Dude, exactly. Well, and that's why that's exactly why I've been or was making the content I was making last year or the last few years. It's just like there's there's no time for an outlet sometimes, and being able to like just share your life with other people and getting like rad feedback from it, it's so uplifting. And like it gets you stoked for the next day and what else is to come. And being able to make an impact on people is priceless, and whether it's one or 1,000 or a
Absolutely.
million, just knowing that like today I reached somebody is something the world's lacking and that more people need. There's too many trolls and not enough, positive people in the world.
You're absolutely right. I've always said helping another human being is the easiest and most rewarding thing one can do. So why wouldn't
Oh
you
yeah,
do
and
it
it's
today?
free.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's free.
exactly, exactly.
I think it comes down to I mean, to preface it, I've been to Hawaii before, and I've never experienced a more welcoming people. Everyone waves to you. Everyone says, "How's it going? What's up?" And even if you just wait, if I was to say anything to the people watching, I would say wave at people that look at you.
Yeah,
Say hello. Ask how people's days are going in the line at the grocery store. There's so many little things in life that you can do, whether it's tell a joke or just say hello, that can change people's whole perspective on so many things, or just their day in general.
I learned
So
that. I learned that from my son because my son really doesn't understand what's going on in the world. He has no idea.
sure,
And when we go out before the pandemic, when we could go out, whenever we would go out, whether it's to a doctor's appointment or to a restaurant or wherever we went, my son loves people. He absolutely loves people. He waves at everybody, and he's the type like we'll get on an elevator at like the hospital and those big elevators, and there'll be 10, 15 people on there. My son will wave, try to get every single person on that elevator their attention. And if I
yeah,
see that they don't respond, I'll give them, excuse me, and that's
yeah,
all he wants.
he's saying something.
He just wants to wave. That's all he wants to do is wave to everybody, give a smile, and that's another thing too. Like just like this, I know that the majority of those people, when they get off that elevator, their day is going to be just a little bit better just because of that smile.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
try that. I try to emulate my son. That's where I learned it from.
Well, and it's cool to be, there's stuff that my kids teach me all the time, and like, what a cool thing. Parenting is hard,
Yes.
but it comes with so many great things too. You know, like I tell people all the time, they're like, "So, what's it like having two kids?" I'm like, "It's the hardest thing I've ever done. It's so hard,
Yeah.
but it's also equally as rewarding. You know, it's there's so many things that our kids teach us, and
Yeah.
they teach us to be ourselves and
Yeah.
not get caught up in the world. They're like, there's so much more that's going on that isn't coronavirus and just what's going on in the world. We'll just generalize it, right?
Yeah.
It's it's so cool to be able to learn from our kids, and I think that's something that I wish everyone could experience because it's such a unique thing to learn from someone that you made.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I mean, just like I said, when you panned and you showed her swinging there, like I said, I immediate smiles because
Right? Look at
you
that.
see their joy. That's yeah. There's nothing,
Right?
nothing.
Man, I got a freaking princess castle in my house, bro.
I've slept many nights in a very similar one to that with my daughter. It's
Dude,
that's
none
what
of
it's all
my
about.
friends have princess castles at their houses. I'm living that life. You know what I'm saying? I'm living the good life.
And keep on doing that. Just keep on doing that. Keep the love and the laughter going. Keep the positive vibes going. Keep the energy going, man. Great to talk to you, man.
Dude, you too, man. It was great to meet you, great to talk to you, and have a radical rest of your day and say what's up to the family for me.
Absolutely. And again, thank you for putting a smile on my face.
Oh, of course. Anytime, dude. All
Peace and love, bro.
right, brother.
And that's what it's all about right there. It's just about spreading good love, spreading good vibes, spreading laughter. It's a wonderful thing. Ives, my man, what's up, my fellow meme artist? I gotta try to go back and Flora, you on here? Who wants to talk next? Come on, let's keep this good energy going. Let's talk about some good stuff. Somebody request to join. There we go.
Yo, yo.
What's up, my brother?
What's good, man?
What's going on, my fellow
Uh,
beard meme artist brother?
yeah, you see what it is? I was just watching the Boston game. Fucking spanking Toronto. What's up with you, man?
Just hanging out, just trying to figure out what to do. I mean, probably one of the last times I was out was when I saw you back in, what was that? Back in the end of the year last year was,
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah,
Everything changed, bro. Hey, look at my boy. He knocked the fuck out.
uh, that's where I want to go. But how you been, man?
I'm good, man. Just working. Same shit, bro. Caught in the routine. Hold on.
Keeping
Oh, there you
busy?
go. I'm always busy. Trucking, man. Monday through Friday.
Well,
That,
thank you. You never
you know,
stopped, did
I'm,
you? You
say
never
again?
stopped. You never stopped, did you?
Nah. Oh yeah, I got furloughed. Is that what you meant?
Well, back when the corona started, I mean, you
Yeah,
truck
yeah, yeah. I
still
got
on the
furloughed
road.
for 4 months. I
Wow.
was, I was killing it though. I was killing. Uh, it was nice, you know, 4 month vacay and getting like a shitload of money. Yeah, I was chilling. Now I'm back though. I've been back for a month now, so that's all I do. Man, it's good to see you though, bro. I just had to call the popcorn guy in person. We got to get up, man, for real. Me, you, and Kenny, man.
Absolutely. No, we definitely will.
Yes.
Once things calm down. I mean, again, you know, with my son, I can't.
Immediately, as soon as shit open, as soon as they let us in, we going in.
Absolutely, son. Absolutely,
Yes,
man.
sir, man.
Always
Yo, hit
appreciate.
me anytime, man. I
Always
love you,
appreciate.
my brother.
Love you, man.
All right.
Enjoy.
Peace, man.
Again, let's just keep the good vibe going. That's it. Dog's chewing the heck out of his bone. If I knew how to turn this camera around so you could see him, I would, but I don't. So I can just do that, and that's Thor. Say hi. He could care less. He's got his bone, so he's as happy as can be. So, who else wants to join in? Come on, let's keep the chat going here. Somebody hit me up on a Monday night. What time is it? 8:19 on a Monday night. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on here. No idea what we're doing, but always be silly. That's that's the name of the game. That's all you can do. Come on, somebody join in. Hit me up here. Get a drink of water here. Yes, I drink out of old Burger King cups. Oh my God. I think that's the coronavirus on my Burger King cup. Wow, you think Burger King started that? That's the coronavirus for sure. Oh well. Ah. So what's going on out there? Chat with me, somebody. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. I'll show you Thor again, chewing on the bone. I don't know. I'll ramble then, I guess. It's 2020. We're all just trying to figure it out. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I certainly don't have them here. Again, just trying to figure it all out. I think I'm going to. Oh, Glen Rising's making some fried chicken right now. That sounds good. Well, it sounds good. Again, I can't eat anything. I go in 2 weeks to find out when these braces come off. Hopefully it's going to be soon. Hopefully within a couple of weeks after that, I think I'm finally done with them. And then I can't wait. There's so many things that I'm just going to have my wife just order just to be able to bite into food. I miss that. I do miss that. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night here. This has definitely been uplifting and fun. And again, it's just about spreading good energy. And I'm grateful to be able to spread good energy, to be able to get that good energy back. And I'm going to do this again. Hopefully we'll get some more people on. Hopefully we'll just chat a little bit and enjoy it. Glen Rising, I'm not, like I said, this is new to me. If you scroll back to the top of your feed, I think if you scroll back to the top of your feed, I think when you first joined in to be live, I think it's there. If not, bump out and then come back in. And I think as soon as you come back in, I think it gives you the option. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. There we go. No more than I do. Should be joining. And
Hey, bud.
What's going on there? That's impressive. That's
You're one of my inspirations.
that's impressive. Wow, I almost feel like I shouldn't even show mine when I'm on with you. So.
Well, no, see, and I feel like when I see yours all clean and you're blow drying it probably, and you got all nice, and I see these pictures and I'm like, man, I got to just do something with it. But yeah, we're coming up on 2 years.
Wow, that's good. I just trimmed mine down about a couple of weeks ago. It was just the ends were too crazy, so I trimmed it up. So yeah, I had that awkward now of trying to get it right, but
I haven't touched it at all, except for the lip.
Yeah,
I mean, and then the last time I had it touched up was March 12th, before the complete lockdown, and I just took a little trim to it myself. Well, I was so scared, so scared.
I learned early on. I think when I've always had a goatee, but it was one No Shave November years ago that and I think I was going about a year and it was going really good, and then I trimmed it up myself. I took a lot off, and it didn't grow for months. It just died. I was like, now I know you got to be careful when you trim because it stunts the growth of it sometimes.
Yeah, and well, I mean, you can grow it on the top, and I can't. All right, so that's what gets me. I wish I could do that. But man, I just want to say you are an inspiration. I mean, what you do. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I got 2 7-year-olds. I got twins. You
got it tough too. So it's hands too.
I only grew it for my girls.
Aww.
They asked me to grow it 2 Novembers ago, right? Because they said, "Can you grow it to look like the emperor on Sophia the First?"
Wow.
So I'm like, yeah, I can just, cause I usually just grew a beard from November, whatever. And then I started doing comedy about 4 months after that because I started writing material for the beard. And now it's the act. The beard is the act.
That's awesome, man.
But I just want to say, I enjoy your motivation, your inspiration, and we definitely we could do a two guys in a beard in a beard podcast or something like that. I mean, so, but I appreciate, I'll tell you what, and talk about like the connection and the human connection with people. I send you some DMs here and there, and you always respond, and lets me know that somebody else is connecting with me, because not a lot of people connect with the stay-at-home dad. I'm on an island is what it feels like.
Yeah, and like I was saying before too, that's the way I feel too. I mean, we're locked down because of my son, and we're going to be time, and it's you miss human contact, and like I said, I mean, I try to read every single message that I get. I go back and forth with so many people on so many different levels. Yeah. Some people, you get deep with. Some people you just connect with lightly.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I mean, I love and hate social media. I love it because of the connection. I hate it because of the headaches and the BS that come along with it a lot of the times. But to be able to connect with people from all over the world, to be able to share experiences, to be able to learn, to be able to help, it's priceless, and it's absolutely wonderful. And just to hear stories that your daughter's asked you to grow a beard, and look at that, that makes that beard all that much more beautiful to me. I mean, that's a beautiful beard.
The bad part is my beard is growing a mullet underneath on my neck.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm sure you're around my age too, and it's just everywhere.
Yes.
And the thing is too, is like you have to be a little bit more cautious because there's more. But with this mess that I have going on, there are times when I put my hair up in a ponytail, and I'll have like 4 or 5 inch hair sticking out of my ears. And I'm like, what? Where did that come from? Like,
I went out, and I don't go out much either. I mean, I don't leave the house too much. I mean, like, they kept me on lockdown. I'm like, my wife works. If I get sick, everything's going to fall apart, And I was out today with a mask on, and people were looking at me. I had hair coming out of here. I mean, I was like, I'm like, can you guys see my beard?
The looks, like I said, the couple of times that I've been out this year, and it's the funniest. Yeah, everybody looks at you like why? Like, it's
right. I mean, well, and then before it, with the big beard, people would give you looks. Yes. I mean, and my comedy tends to be on the, I don't say darker side, but I like to poke fun of what people are afraid of, right?
Absolutely. That's the best.
I usually start things off like, raise your hand if you hope that I was strip shirts coming in tonight, and and I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought, things like that. But, but watching you again, it's great. I mean, your positivity, your energy, I appreciate it. I mean, and people, and I'll keep saying it, you know what I mean? And, maybe you can teach me a few things about how to get into the film industry.
Believe me, I don't even know how I got into the film industry. I'm still, I still sit back sometimes and I look at my life and I go, what? Like, if you just saw the video that I did for my wife's birthday, I mean, amazing people, some absolutely, and I was able to just reach out to these people and say, hey, could you wish my wife a happy birthday? And it's like, okay, who am I? But again, it's weird to say, but I guess being this old and this becoming wise and accepting it, I think I really do believe it has a lot to do with the energy that you give out to the world. You will get back from the world. And if you just keep a good vibe, if you're just open and honest and truthful and funny with people, I can't believe the doors that have opened up to me just because I'm me. I never thought, who am I? I guess my energy carries me further than I thought, and I think people need to realize that.
Yeah. No, and for me, I just started this artistic adventure. I mean, literally March of last year, where I said I've been threatening to do stand-up comedy for 20 years. I can do it. I can do it. I never did it. And then I started doing it. I'm like, this is fun, you know? And for me, it's bittersweet because I did a showcase at Broadway Comedy Club on Leap Day. And I was supposed to have a residency for April. And it got shut down. And I had worked for a year and a half, you know, almost, you know, of grinding it out and, you know, just cut. And I'm like, I don't want to cut the beard because that's my act right now. And I haven't written the other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I do a lot of prop comedy.
Okay.
You know, I'll pull food out of my beard and eat it on stage. And, you know, I mean,
I just started. I mean, most of my comedy is actually about my life and
yeah.
And I just started throwing in some beard jokes, and they do go, especially when you have a beard like this, they go over pretty good, you know. And again, too, I think like you said too, sometimes you just get the look. I mean, I get the look a lot just with this. Yeah. I usually have a baseball cap on backwards or pulled down, and you get some odd looks, and then when you show somebody that you're funny and you're comical, and you know, it kind of, it's more of a relief and a laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my angels is coming right now.
Again, that's what it's all about. It's all about them. That's what life has become. I always thought that life was about me, and then once you have kids, and you know, going through what I went through with my son, and going through what I go through with my daughter. I mean, she's my rock. I mean, like, you know, my son's name is on my arm in veins because he pumps through my heart, and my daughter's name is her name is written like it's carved in stone because she's my rock. She's what keeps this family together. She's what truly inspires me, and she someday is going to be the most amazing comedian because her sarcasm and timing is, I tell her, don't ever speak like that in public, but in the house around people that we know and love and comedians, oh my God, she's brutal. She's relentless and brutal at 13, and I love it.
That's awesome. No, it's great. I mean, and I know she's been a big support. She's a big support there. I mean, she keeps you guys together, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's life.
Pauly Shore just joined.
I saw that.
That's, you know, and again, this is all just about laughter and good vibes. And again, Pauly Shore's here. I thank him just for years ago. I'm honored to be able to do some work with Pauly here and there. And again, it's just, it's like how, you know, you look at people that you learned laughter from, and now you're connected with them. And I mean, that's just an amazing thing that laughter can do that. Just laughter, love, and good vibes. And you can really go anywhere. Follow your dreams. Look for where you want to go and go there. And I can't wait for you to get back up on stage. I know I can't wait to get back up on stage. I miss the audience, man. I miss the audience.
I know. And like you said, you know, daring to dream. Yeah. Not giving up. You know, and I'm liking this like looking in the mirror when I see your beard and my beard. I mean, it's just
and I respect and I love when I see the gray, because a lot of guys, you can tell when people color it, and it's like, I understand some people want, you know, this is me, this is who I am, it doesn't, I don't even, it's like kind of weird, it's like a skunk color here, and it doesn't even match my hair and the gray, and I'm just like, I don't care, it's just, this is you know, I have a joke. People always like, hey, how do you get your beard to look like that? Grow it. And I have a joke for it on stage. I won't say it here, but I have a joke for it on stage, right? And it's like, and then people are like, yeah, okay. I'm like, it's natural. It's just the way it is. Like, I don't do anything special, you know? Like, it used to be all black. Long time ago. Yeah, no, this is, listen, the age does this. You earn this grace. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. My acting has only ranged in background stuff. I've only done some background work. I mean, as a non-union background actor, I mean, I've done 8 or 10 things. I mean, you know, not maybe once been on back. My head was on camera, but I mean, that's about it. And I won't give up. I mean, I don't have time to do it really. I mean, like, you know, you understand. I mean, I'm on lockdown with the girls, you know,
my wife works from 7:30 in the morning until 8:30 at night, so it's just me.
Yeah.
So you know,
Just, I'm telling you, just all you got to do is put the energy out there, put the vibe out there. You just connect with the right people. And like I said, I was in a Jay and Silent Bob movie last year. I still don't understand that, but
I know.
it is what it is. Again, man, just keep the laughter going, keep the love going, keep the beard growing. Uh, again, I appreciate it. Like I said,
Long.
I thank everybody because what you, I understand that I inspire people, but you give me the energy, you give me the vibe to keep going. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Anytime, anytime. I'm glad that I got to say hello. I mean, I know you've got a lot of things going on, a lot of people coming in and out of your life, and you know, like I said, but I'm trying to see if I can get the whole beard in here. I can't even get the whole beard in here. There's my Red Whitney shirt. So, but I mean,
I can't, I could.
it says it's in remembrance of Whitney Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bought it the day she died. I bought it in East Harlem
Oh, wow.
when we were living. Now we're out in the suburbs.
The suburbs.
We're out in the exoburbs in Connecticut.
That's nice. It's nice up that way.
Nah. Yeah, it is. I hear some ruckus downstairs. I'm going to head out in a minute.
Yeah, go take care of it.
Peace and love to you, man. All right. And I hope we catch up soon. And I'd love to talk to you again soon. All right.
Definitely will, brother. Again, thank you, man. Enjoy.
Awesome. Good. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Again, just another good conversation just about laughter, just about life, just about parenting, just about, whatever's going on. If you want to join in, join in. Hit me up. Let's chat. Let's see what else is going on in the world. No politics though. I don't want to do politics. Talk about family. Talk about life. Talk about anything. Hit me up. I'm just sitting here, and Thor is still chewing on his bone. He is definitely doing some damage there, and that's my Monday night. What's going on in your Monday night? Anybody? Yeah, no politics. No politics, Waffle. Hit me up, Waffle. Let's talk. Let's chat. What do you think, Thor? Oh, you want to get in? Do you want to get in the conversation? No, I think he's camera shy, so. Oh, what time is it? 8:30? 8:30. Oh, do you want to go outside? I don't know if Thor's left. Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go out? Do you want to go outside? Outside? That'll be a no. Well, nobody's popping in here. Anybody else want to chat? Waffle, scroll. Oh, excuse me. I had a hamburger for dinner. Man, it is repeating. Scroll to the top of the feed, and I think it's usually at the top of the feed. I think it gives you the option to join. I'm not again. I'm still trying to learn this and figure this out as it's going on. So there we go. Now, before you say anything at all, I have always enjoyed your screen name. It's always good. Waffle Meats. Waffle Meats liked your photo. There are a lot of people out there. There's some great screen names out there. That's definitely up in my top half there. I mean, Waffle Meats. Please explain Waffle Meats to me.
So, can you hear me? Am I
Yeah.
talking too loud? Okay. So, I live in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. And I used to date a girl that was from Bensonhurst.
Okay.
But grew up in Woodbridge.
Okay.
And so we would drive up there because I don't do planes. So she would want to drive up because she lived down here and wanted to go see her family. So I'm like, let's go. I'll drive there, but you're going to drive in the cities because I'm not, I can't handle it. And so we were at this diner, and I forgot what it was, and I got some waffles one morning, and I'm like, can you put this and that on, and the receipt it said waffles, waffle meats.
Waffle meats.
And I was like,
That's
that's better than SpongeBob, redneck SpongeBob or something. So let's just roll with.
waffle. I'm glad. I'm really, because like I said, there's a lot of screening. I see so and so liked your picture. Wow, it just makes me chuckle, and I love the fact that I got to find out how waffle meats came to be. So thank you for that.
That's how it was, and I thought about changing it,
No,
and I'm like, no.
no.
Like, but I see it, and I'm like, that's a really good, like, I'll see something else, and it's kind of like in humor when you're writing stuff, and you see something, and you're like, you know what, I think I want to change this. And then there's something else that's like, why would you change that? It's good. But, yeah, people, like, my, where I work for, they're like, oh, go follow Brant. He's on Instagram, it's Waffle Meats, and they're like, waffle meats, like, and some people get it and some people don't, and so, but it's a good, like bearded humor. Like, I forgot, I was trying to think of how I started following you, and I think it was Donnell. I saw him at Zany's,
Okay.
which is in Nashville.
Yeah.
And that was one of the funniest experiences. And then I think, I just see all the memes, and I saw your name, and I'm like, okay, let me figure out what this is. And it's just a rabbit hole. And so, but
I'm honored to be able to make people laugh with him on the level that we get to make people laugh. It's that's one of my greatest joys. I mean, reading the comments, like when he posts something up that we do. I love the I hate yous, I can't stand yous. Somebody please take your phone. I mean, I take those personally. I mean, I absolutely, those are awards to me. I love the fact that, somebody just spit out their coffee because of something in my mind. It's,
yes.
it's
Where did you, where do you think, so I have this friend he believes a lot of weird beliefs.
okay.
And we were talking about music 10 or 15 years ago. And he thinks your family, because my brother and I are musicians at home.
Okay.
And he was like, you had to get that from your parents. You had to get that from somebody to want to do that. And my brother and I, we looked at each other and we looked at him. We were like, no, our parents couldn't even sing a tune, even, but your humor, because I get my humor, I think, from my mom. Like, my mom has always told people, like, I'm not funny. This is her talking. I'm not funny. His dad definitely wasn't funny, but I don't know where he gets it from.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
I get mine from my dad. He was my dad was my best friend. A very cool thing too. It was last year at the Mark Twain Award. Dave Chappelle. Donnell invited me. It was an amazing night. I realized at one point after the thing, we were standing backstage with a whole bunch of people, and I was standing next to Lorne Michaels from SNL, right next to him. And I was like, I just turned to him, and without even like thinking, should I? And I turned to him and I said, excuse me, Mr. Michaels. I said, you don't know who I am. I said, I want to take this opportunity to thank you. I said, some of my earliest memories were my dad sneaking me out of my bedroom on a Saturday night because I had heard him one night laughing to Saturday Night Live, and I snuck out and I saw him.
Yeah.
I was 4, 5, 6 at the time. I don't know what I was, but my mother would have been dead again. Me watching Saturday Night Live, back then, Belushi and everybody. So it became a thing where Dad would sneak out. She'd wait for my mom to go to bed. Saturday Night Live would come on. He would come get me, come out. And if my mom came out, I would have to hide underneath the dining room table.
Yeah.
But I got to thank Lorne Michaels for the early memories of laughter with my father from watching Saturday Night Live. And he lit up. He just had the most genuine smile and dropped his head and he shook my hands and he said, thank you for that. And I said, thank you. And I just turned, I walked away, and I think I bumped into Jon Stewart, or it was like one of those nights where it was just like, oh my God, like where am I, what's going on? But again, it's like you said, it's, you know, the music, where the music comes from, where the laughter comes from. My father always had a very dry sense of humor, and again, it comes from him. But he was someone that loved comedy. My
Yeah.
father loved, I VHS tapes stacked up of just comedians, every genre, every that. He loved all types of comedy, and he would just sit there and just watch comedy over and just crack up hysterically, and I would just sit and watch with him. So I learned comedy through his love of comedy.
My mom, she would let me, because it was just me and my mom growing up. Her sister and my uncle, you know, they would help watch me after school until my mom got home. But she would show me stuff that I look back at now and I'm like, what did you do? Like, she got me one Christmas, Killing Them Softly, and An Evening with Kevin Smith.
Wow.
I didn't, you know, she brought me Dogma. She got me Clerks, you know, all this stuff, but I didn't tell her, like, hey, Mom, for Christmas, I want blah, blah, blah. She just bought Kill Them Softly and An Evening with Kevin Smith. And that Killed Them Softly. And then I also watched a lot when I was younger, The Toxic Avenger.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm I'm in New Jersey, so it's
yeah. And this was before I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I'm watching the first Toxic Avenger, and we go to the Blockbuster, and my aunt's like, okay, go get a movie. And I go get Toxic Avenger, and, you know, we're watching it, and it's one of those sauna spa scenes. And I look back, and my aunt's calling my mom, like, are you sure this is okay? Because my aunt at the time worked in the drug and rehab unit at the hospital. And my mom's like, he's going to learn it somehow. So just let him figure it out on his own, and then he'll ask questions.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, when I got the part in Jay and Silent Bob reboot, I knew that, I mean, I wasn't able to go to the premiere out in California or anything like that, but I knew when it was opening locally, you know, I wanted to go see it in a theater. I wanted to go see it on a screen, big thing. And I wanted to bring, you know, my son can't go, but I wanted to bring my wife and my daughter. My daughter was 11 or 12 at the time. And it was one of those things where, like, yeah, I knew that type of humor at that age. My daughter, she has an amazing sense of humor. She's got timing. She's got sarcasm.
And
so,
she can handle it, though. She can tell the difference.
I mean, listen, my wife and I sat down the week before Reboot came out. We watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, you know, in the house with my daughter. And and there were some scenes, of course, that were a little uncomfortable. But I'm sure it was, you know, for the most part, you know, I mean, I'm sure there was one or two things that went over her head. But for the most part, I'm sure she got a lot of it. And then when we went to the movie theater to go see it, you know, I got a couple of looks, and I was surprised that I got a couple of looks from like, you know, Jay and Silent Bob fan. Yeah. Like, you know, like, why is this, you know, 12-year-old in a Jay and Silent? And, you know, it was just like, listen, I'm in this movie. I'm sharing this with my wife. And again, she's my daughter, and I tell her all the time, don't be an Andy. Don't do what I did, because she's much smarter. She's got better on her shoulders. She's on a much better path than I ever was.
Yeah.
Don't be an Andy. And, you know, I know that she understands it's comedy. It's got laugh at, and she understands from this house too, from all we deal with my son. We laugh at everything. A lot of my comedy is dark. My comedy is deep. I laugh about what we go through, what my son goes through. You know, sometimes I'll get that cringe, and then okay, he's joking about it. That is pretty funny. Laugh. And you can do that. You can laugh. It's my life. I'm not making up a story. This is what I go through every day. And if it wasn't for
natural,
we wouldn't get through it.
Yeah, no, and that's what I love to see y'all's posts, even like just to see him. And I don't want to be, you know, say, you know, whatever, but even just y'all's bad days, it's good that you're showing that to show life goes on.
Yeah.
You know, it's like good days or bad days. Like life goes on. Like somebody told me that a while ago about, like, you know, people will post their Instagram, the highlight reels. Yeah. But life isn't just about the highlight reels.
It's not. It's difficult. I'm fortunate enough to know so many other special needs families, and I've learned so much from them, and I'm glad to be able to help other families that I meet. It really is. You have to figure it out. And again, you know, goes back to the main story of how I think everything kind of came full circle with me
Yeah.
and Elle and with where I am in comedy, which is still very weird to me.
Yeah.
But it all started with when my son was at his worst, when we didn't know if he was going to make it, when he was getting last rites every other day, and my wife went home after 3 weeks in the hospital, and she finally brought the mail in, and there was that Chappelle Show DVD that we had pre-ordered that the first season came out, and I remember looking at it and going, okay, that goes in the pile that we'll look at later. We got to look at the bills we got to take care of right now.
Yeah.
And we both looked at each other, and it was a moment that we'll never forget. We looked at that DVD and we said, no, that stays here with us. And that night in the room with 3 other families with critically ill children, we watched the Chappelle Show and we laughed. And I'm getting a little emotional about it, but I don't think that there has really been a day that we haven't laughed since that day, because as tough as it is, as much as it goes through, like I said, my son goes through some stuff on some days, and
Yeah.
I say some very inappropriate stuff, but it's because I know it's going to make me laugh. It's going to make my wife laugh. It's going to make my daughter laugh now. I didn't do it around her before, but now she's at that age where
It's going to bring that ease.
Yeah,
It's going to bring that.
everybody has a different coping mechanism. Laughter is ours. It's how we get through it. It's amazing.
It's healing.
It
Like,
is. It is.
It's
But-
the best medicine. I'm pretty sure you've said that probably up teen times.
Well, between
Like, but
laughter and weed are a close combination. But yeah, I think laughter is the best medicine.
the government already knows half my name. I can't give them any more information. But
Listen. I'm a retired cop, so I don't have to take any more piss tests. So
I've got a good friend of mine. We grew up together. He's a raid. He does the motorcycle now in Nashville. And so, but yeah, no, yeah, because you're a cop. I've been following you and y'all for a couple of years now, and like the whole Mr. Bean thing. Like, have you ever shown him Black Adder?
we've watched some other Rowan Atkinson stuff. He doesn't quite kind of, my son's a deaf mute, so that's why Mr. Bean is there is
Yes.
every morning, every single morning of every day when we come upstairs to this playroom. It's sitting right on the counter over there. My son, we watch the Back to School episode of Mr. Bean. It's the one where the car gets crushed at the end, which breaks my heart every time because I have this car.
Yeah, because you got like 1 or 2 of them.
My son, he goes a lot. Yeah, I got 2 of them. I got a newer one and I have the classic. My son, because Mr. Bean doesn't speak, that's why his comedy is so perfect in this house.
Yeah.
My son acts out the best that he can almost every scene that Mr. Bean does in that Back to School. It's maybe like a 15-minute skit. My son literally acts out everything that Mr. Bean does. He just he needs that. He needs that every day, and it's part of our routine. And I'll tell you, I've seen it a million times. I still watch it, and I look at the of Rowan Atkinson's writing for the Mr. Bean character. Every facial expression, every little minor detail is amazing, and that's what comedy is.
Yeah, it's just the way that the way it all flows together, and like just the simplicity of it, and how they just it's A, B, C, D, like it just one after the other, and it fits and it connects.
Yes, yeah.
That's like, do you ever see them little clips of that Graham Norton show?
Yes, yeah.
Where he was on there talking about like nobody believed me.
Yeah.
Like my mom took me to see Rat Race, and I've seen Mr. Bean stuff. I'm 33 now, and so I saw Mr. Bean stuff here and there. But my mom was always like nudging me in the theaters. Like she took me to see Man on the Moon, and would be like, okay, this is why that's funny, because you see Danny DeVito, he was really on Taxi. Okay, you see the guy in Rat Race who falls asleep all the time, that's Mr. Bean. And I'm just like, but yeah, no, I like seeing y'all stuff with the Mr. Bean thing. And the other day when he was squirting Mr. Bean.
Oh yeah. We set out. That's something we do daily. We just sit out on the front swing and just take one of his characters, one of his toys, and we just shoot water guns at it. It's actually therapy for him because it's hand movement, it's muscle movement, it's eye coordination. So it's looks like we're just shooting water guns, but it's therapy for him.
But yeah, and and see, like on me, it's just nice to see, like just to see that, and I'm sure it's nice to see for you, but then also for him to know that it's like not just a sense of entertainment, I guess, but also just how it helps the hand-eye coordination stuff. And like, it's so funny how all that stuff, just like, again, A, B, C, D, it just all comes full circle and makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't figure out. But yeah, the Mr. Bean, I used to work for a used DVD place, and somebody brought that in and Titus, the first season of Christopher Titus's show.
Mm.
And I think I paid $5 for both. The complete Mr. Bean collection and the Titus first season. And I used to work for this place called Blockbuster. And I quit there, and then years later, or a year, 2 or 3 years later, I went back because I found out my manager got fired. And I went to the assistant manager who became the general manager. I was like, hey, can I have my job back? I'm 18. I'm not doing good things with my life. Can I have a job? Can I get my mom off my back? And she's like, yeah, just show up tomorrow. Do you have a car? I don't. Okay, where do you live? I'll come pick you up. Like, yeah. She would drive. Yeah.
That's good people.
And like, yeah, really good people. Her husband was a minister at a church. She would come pick me up out of her way to make sure I was at work. I would try to call out. And I was like, oh, I don't have a ride. I'll be there. Be ready. And then years later, she moved on. She was able to quit, kind of, working paycheck to paycheck family. Her husband got a better job, and, she was able to leave. And, I mean, Blockbuster was pretty stressful, like in 2007, 2008, when shit was really starting to hit the wall and not stick. But she got diagnosed with cancer, and I went to visit her, and I said, what do you want? Movies, you tell me what you want, I'll bring it to you. She wanted all the Shamelesses I had and the Mr. Bean.
Wow.
And so when I see y'all's stuff, it reminds me of her, because like Blockbuster should have been my college years, and that was my college years, so to say. And I haven't gotten it back from her husband, because I know he was there when she was being like, I want all your Shameless, this was like 2015 or 16. And I want your Mr. Bean, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't need it back. It's
like I said, there isn't a day that goes by where we're not watching the shows, the cartoons. We're drawing him constantly. We're playing. We pretty much have every, I think, Mr. Bean toy possible.
I didn't know there was that many Mr. Bean toys until I see y'all stuff.
Yeah, there's not a lot, but I think we pretty much have it all covered. It's funny because, and I love it every time too. Like every now and then somebody will like send me a Mr. Bean. I'm surprised I don't have one here in this room. But it's like the little rubber stretch figure. They're like,
yeah. I've seen that one.
I at least 2-3 times a year somebody sends them. Like, oh, hey, I saw this and I thought Jamin, and I'm always just like grateful because we have them. Like I said, I can usually have one within reach. I have like 2 in my van. My wife has like 1 in her truck. Everywhere we go, Mr. Bean is always there. This way, if Jade needs it,
it's that stress relief.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's part of our day, and again, it just goes back to you got to laugh every day. You have to laugh. And it's
where that humor comes in. It's what heals. It's what. It's not for me. It's what heals. I'm sitting on my deck right now. My dog's been going crazy. And somebody wants to ride their motorcycle.
I think we're coming up on an hour, and I think it's going to cut after an hour. So I think I'm going to have to cut this because I think I got like 3 minutes left before this whole thing is just going to end. So again, listen, I was grateful to find out the meaning behind waffle meats. That's.
I'm glad I got to talk to you finally without trying to correct my wordage. So I appreciate it.
Again, listen, I appreciate all the love and support all the time, man. Like I said, you've always been there, and you didn't even know that you created a laugh in me a lot of times when I would just waffle meats like your picture. It always gave me. Still does.
That's what life's about. Make sure everybody else is okay.
So again, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. No worries. Glad I could bring some kind of laughter for somebody.
Appreciate it. Keep them laughing, brother.
Trying. Take care. Peace and love.
Enjoy, man.
We'll see you.
All right, I think I'm coming up. I'm coming up on an hour, and like I said, I've never done this before, but I think it's going to always be silly. Jessica Pearson, you can get that on her website. Always be silly. You can. I think it's going to cut out in an hour. I'm not sure. If anybody else wants to go live, let me know. I'll see if I come back on after it cuts out, but I'll stay on at least for a little bit. Again, this has been fun. I mean, this has just been an hour of just talking to people, the people that I never talked to before, people that I have talked to before. It's just being stuck inside, being stuck in this bubble. I don't get to connect with people. I don't get to talk to people. And the fact that I can do this with you, with anybody, with everybody, and just talk about whatever, it was wonderful to talk about family and life and love. And let's keep on doing that. I really hope to do more of this. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to start a podcast. I don't know if I'm going to do a YouTube channel. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I do know that I enjoy this, and I enjoy talking to you all. And again, this has been fun, so let's do this again. I appreciate it. Keep on laughing. Just remember, laugh every day. It's the best advice I can give you. It is the secret to life. If you can learn to laugh at life, death, and everything in between, it'll make life that much easier. Peace, love, and laughter to you. Enjoy. This has been fun. We will definitely do it again.